Right, welcome back to the channel.
And this cool looking Acer, I like the colour. That actually matches the colour of the car we're going to be talking about.
Acer?
It's an Acer tree.
Right, so we're going to get to the point. We've got an update
Never do.
on Nick's R33.
Which isn't really
GTR.
an update, it's just what's going on really. I suppose there's not much to talk about.
Yeah, but it's just to basically keep you guys in the loop on what's happening or what has been happening. So, what is actually going on with this car now, Nick?
I've got an engine. It doesn't.
That doesn't.
I'd love it to have an engine. Nothing's happened. I've given up the other garage that I do rent because I just didn't want to spend the money on it anymore because it's just housings and boxes. So all the stuff out of the garage is now in the back of the Skyline.
Oh, I actually haven't seen that.
Yeah, well, it's not much.
Can I have a little bit of a nosy?
Yeah, they're in a bit of condensation in there actually.
Right, you want some of those bean bags, mate?
So yeah, centre drive shafts in there. Yeah, I do need to get some bean bags in centre drive shafts.
Oh yeah.
Radiator, front.
Piping.
Called? Well, that's a twin turbo pipe, but yeah, the front part of the side skirts. And then this is all the parts I've got for the car, sat in plastic boxes right at the back. It's quite hard to tell.
Oh wow, okay, yeah. No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
So, you know, we say there's going to be an update on this. It's not. It's literally just to keep everyone in the loop.
Yeah.
So nothing major has actually happened, but there are some things sort of in the works, isn't there?
Yes.
Sort of. We say sort of, but
I've been negotiating for an interior. It's taking a long time because the company that's taking the interior out of another car.
They're very
busy
slow,
or just
aren't
can't
they?
be bothered. I think it's probably just they can't be bothered, or they don't have the manpower. They did send me an email a week ago saying that they had a sickness bug in the office and everyone was throwing up constantly, and that's why it's taken so long. But that was about a month between the first email and the second one, so it must have been the worst. It must have been, what's that one? Dysentery.
Yeah.
Shit your pants forever.
And that's that's until you die, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
So there might all be. That's why you haven't heard from them.
Yeah,
exactly.
Not gonna be able to get these.
And so that's actually a whole interior, right? So what does it include?
Everything. So there is not. The only thing that it doesn't include, I'll say everything. There is one thing it's missing, is the loom. Because it's coming out of a GTST. Someone converted a GTST into a GTR interior, right? So you've got door cards, rear cards, plastics, dashboard, centre console, carpets, obviously the seats, the rear bench, all the dashboard pieces, because the dashboard is not one thing, it's multiple pieces. No dials.
Alright.
Because they're for a GTST.
Right, yeah, of course.
The turbo, it's totally different look. But it doesn't really matter talking about it anyway because it's not happening still. But the loom is different on the GTST and the GTR because GTR have boost gauges and some extra little bits that GTSTs don't. But what I'd like to do really is figure out how to get this moving a little bit more often because it can't move at the moment. And
well, yeah, because I don't know if anyone remembers this, but we're on a bit of an incline there.
Yeah,
like
it is at an angle.
It is actually. I mean, it's not massively steep.
It's not safe, but it's just that we're coming.
I was going to say it's not steep, but it's not safe. Whoa.
It's steep enough to, if we took the chocks away, it'd just roll off. With the handbrake, it turns out I released the adjustment a bit too much, and the handbrake doesn't work now.
Right.
And I can't jack it up where it is because it's on a steep hill.
Right.
Steep enough to
of course.
But no, the simplest thing that's going to happen over winter is I need to give it another quick clean.
Yeah.
I bought a car cover for it that now fits because the one I bought didn't fit because it's just a massive plastic bag. It was a piece of shit off eBay.
Plastic bag.
That's all it turned out to be. It was like a big bin bag.
Like as the bags.
It was about 7. I shouldn't have spent
plastic welded together.
Oh, it's rubbish. Yeah, put a cover on it. It doesn't really need a cover, but it leaks a little bit on the inside, just a tiny.
Where's the leak coming from?
It was coming from here. There is an update. I did this quickly. It was leaking from those holes, so I covered them in tape.
Oh.
So water was coming down the plastic trim. Oh, there's my finger. This plastic trim that goes along here. It was just running down into the holes and filling up the passenger's footwell.
A bit like what the truck's doing.
Yeah, but this is just because there's massive holes in the car.
Yeah.
What I'd like to, one of the things I was thinking of doing is because I've got all the parts in the car now, fit some of the things like the slave cylinder and the ABS unit, because the ABS unit goes up there and that would just have it sat there.
But so.
Just have it floating around.
But what are you going to be doing? So you're going to. What's first on the agenda though with this car? Because are you going to get it stripped down and then everything put in?
It's difficult.
Or are you going to have everything put in and then take it somewhere to strip it down?
It's hard to decide because because it's struggling so much to have that whole interior sourced. I was thinking about buying a seat, then going out and buying the engine, the rear diff, the drive shaft.
Yeah.
Front prop, sorry, not drive shaft because that's in there. And brakes. having it all very lightly put together so the car drives to a point where it's safe-ish.
Yeah.
And then be able to move it around and then have things done to it in smaller sections.
Yeah,
so
okay.
It becomes a rolling car that drives, which isn't. Oh, it needs a gearbox. Yeah, that's the other thing.
Oh yeah, just a small little thing.
Yeah. Have you seen the guys that have BMW swapped?
Needs new lights thing.
Yeah, and it needs. Yeah. It doesn't have indicators either.
BMW swaps what?
Gearbox,
Sorry?
DCT gearboxes into Skylines and Supras.
No.
Yeah, so the twin clutch or the dual
Is
clutch.
it not just a plate that they add to it?
I don't know. But it's
From the
obviously
bell
an adapter
housing.
kit.
Yeah, an
You're a
adapter.
bell housing.
The bell housing of the transmission will have an adapter plate.
Yeah, but it's a cool idea.
Oh, it is cool.
You have an
You plan on
automatic
doing that with this, are you? The car that you were going to keep stock?
Yeah, maybe. Well, I don't know. It depends how much they are. But it's a cool idea.
Thousands, probably.
Yeah.
And although the transmissions will be more readily available.
Exactly.
Mm.
It's whether or not the kit's really expensive, and
Have you not looked into it then?
nah. I was watching some videos on it online, and it's
just an interesting quirk,
it's really
isn't it?
interesting.
Yeah.
So I've got an automatic Skyline. Oh, not one of the GTSTs. I think it was.
No.
No, it's a GTR. No, they didn't make them in automatic. No, but
No, they didn't.
But it's a funny thing. It probably won't come to anything, but because I mean that's the whole point of having a bare bones car. You can do whatever the hell you want to.
Yeah.
Which at the moment is nothing.
But you've not been deterred by the project?
A couple of times.
Oh, really?
I don't mind the project. I would keep it, and I'm not scared of it.
Mm.
It's the fact that it's blocking the car that drives in there, and I'm just
Well, that's the thing. We need to get this mobile before spring.
exactly. Because that is getting.
So that's our deadline, basically,
we're in
isn't
November
it?
now, and it's already playing on my mind. It's
Yeah.
playing on my mind that I can't move the car to get
Yeah.
the car that I like out. Like we changed those the hoses on the twin turbos.
Yeah,
the
you can't
day.
check it.
I can't see if it's working or not. And
Yeah.
it annoys me that I'm. Yeah. There's a few little updates on the 32 as well, but it's nothing major. But yeah, that's it really. It's not going anywhere. Definitely not. I don't want to sell it. They're not. Yeah.
It's too good to. It's
They're
too
not
good to
easy to
sell
find,
just
are
yet. No.
They're not easy to find. There is a.
There's some
rolling-
absolute pieces of shite on eBay, and they're like 30 grand.
Oh yeah, it's a
Like,
stupidly
and they're
expensive-
awful by by comparison to this. They're horrendous. They're rotted out to shot. They're awful cars. They're not. They're very difficult to find in good nick.
and well, in good nick, and that haven't been modified in a way that you probably wouldn't want to own them anyway.
Yeah.
Because as we've seen,
Modifications are okay, but you need to actually know what you're doing with them. Like.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, with your cars, like
Yeah.
I built this engine. Okay, then explosion. Oh right, well that went
Yeah.
well, didn't it? That lasted a really
That's the
long time.
pulsar that you're talking about there, isn't it?
Yeah. Well,
For those that don't know.
it's any car though, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
you don't know the history of someone else's build. Like
Yeah.
just because you've gone and bought. I mean, you could drop on a 34 GTR 120,000 pounds and have the engine blow straight away.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
I'm not at liberty to say which car, but there is a very expensive Skyline that immediately blew its engine that I know of.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about as
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
We've had a discussion about
And
that.
it's like if you just done that, you think like why have I just spent all this money?
Yeah.
So this is a very very cheap project, and ultimately it'll be a very expensive project, but I'm not going to get rid of
Well, I
it.
mean, it'll always still be very cheap by comparison. That's the good thing about this one.
And I know exactly what's happened to it at every stage of its life. Have I ever said how many owners this thing's had?
No, you haven't. How many official owners on the paperwork?
I'm the 10th.
Oh fuck me! Wow.
The 10th owner. No,
It's
no,
looking
sorry.
at it
I'm the
now.
11th.
You're the 11th.
It says 10 previous. Yes.
Wow.
And that
But
will only be in England.
it's funny looking at it now to think this had 11 owners and it's like this
To be
currently.
fair, the
What
poor
an
thing looks like it's had
state.
11 owners, doesn't it?
It does. It does. So anyway, I guess that is.
Yeah.
Well, that's the update really. I just thought you guys would like to hear about it.
Probably the next time you see it, it'll have a car cover on it.
Yeah. True.
You shouldn't ever cover your car though. I'm only doing this because the bodywork shit and it's got holes in it because it's not fully complete and it
Yeah.
leaks a little bit. If you actually have a car you care about, don't cover it because you will ruin your car.
Yeah, you'll scratch the hell out of
Yeah.
it. So there you go, ladies and gents. Quick update on the R33. If you're new here, do hit subscribe, thumbs up, all that good stuff. Thank these stupid faces. Follow myself and Nick over on Instagram. The links are in the description box. Support via Patreon. Thanks so much. Take care.